Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 317. My name is Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here. Honored and humbled that you keep coming back like for reals. Thank you. So we're going to start today with a shout out to area code 317. It's episode 317. Area code 317 is Indianapolis. At one point in my life, probably 15 years ago, I had a 317 phone number because I worked for a company who was domiciled there, which was the second. I've really only had two major careers. I've had a couple little jobs in between there, but two major careers. Both of those companies at one point were domiciled in area code 317. So Steak and Shake and Megasis. And I've grown to love Indianapolis. Spent quite a bit of time there. The things I love most about Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Had some great times with some great friends, great memories there. The Quan, Papa Precious, just a lot of fun at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. St. Elmo Steakhouse. Been there with the Quan, been there with a couple of you. Man, that place is sick, right? I mean, it's just ridiculous. If you haven't been there, might want to put that on your bucket list. Get the shrimp cocktail, for reals. And then, because it's Midwest and it's a city, but it's kind of country, so it's kind of my people, right? Like, I love going there. So moving on. It is a thirsty Thursday. What am I thirsty for? A couple things. Thanks for asking. Number one, I'm always thirsty for the truth, right? Like most times you're going to get a bullshit answer. I want the truth. I'm thirsty for success, and I'm thirsty for happiness. And I would tell you that I think all three of those things are connected, because if you don't know the truth, you're going to think you're going to get to taste it and live success under false pretenses, and then you're never going to be happy. But if you know what the truth is, if you embrace your truth and you follow your passion, you'll taste and enjoy success, and then you'll be happy, right? It's a pretty simple formula. Anyway, I'm thirsty, right? So first things first, I'm still the realist. You know what else I am? I am aware, right? I'm aware. I've been reading this book talking about, igniting your intuition, that the imagination is your sneak preview of what the future can hold for us, a possibility if we engage. And so yesterday, as I was sitting in the doctor's office reading this thing, I actually had to get out of my chair, go out, interrupt the nurse at the nurse's stand, be like, hey, can I borrow your pen? And I think I stole the pen. Right? I steal a lot of pens. These things happen. Anyway, let me just bear with me here. Don't underestimate yourself. Your intuition may tell you that big things are in store for you, perhaps a big promotion or a big sale to a particular company. Your conscious mind, on the other hand, tells you that you don't deserve these things and you aren't capable of this kind of success. He goes on to talk about, being on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. The last sentence of the paragraph. More often than not, your intuition knows what you are truly capable of. All right? I mean, I could stop reading this book right now and be like, damn, that was a good book. But yeah, shit, I still got a ways to go. So anyway, I've been talking about this. It feels like I'm tuning into a distant message, and this book's going to help me. I know it. I'm certain of it. So stay tuned. All right, so moving on. First things first, still the realist. Regatta wear. Sorry. Oh, yeah. And there was a test in here. I took this test, and it would suggest that, I'm really in tune. So let's just assume that I'm like the Neo Neo from The Matrix. Those of you who've never seen The Matrix, you wouldn't know. It's like the chosen one. I feel like seriously, I feel like this is something that's very, very much right in my wheelhouse. And for those of you who know me, like this stuff happens all the time. So it's like, all right, let's embrace this and then figure out what to do with it, right? All right, so my thank yous are for my job. Yesterday morning on 3/16, talked about how on 3/15, found a local salon, cut my hair. Looks great, by the way. Thank you. Shout out to Holly at Platinum Salon, 315 Osage here in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. But as we were chatting, just a natural conversation. What do you do for a living? Oh my gosh, blah, blah. And everybody's like, oh, you get to work from home and you get to travel and blah, blah, blah. And it sounds so much sexier than it is, right? Because when you stop and think about it, like we're storing stuff for one person, shipping it, like it's nothing, we're not creating anything, maybe we're creating a solution, but that's just how you organize things. But as I stop and think about when I talk about my job, I really do have a good life. I'm very comfortable. On paper, you wouldn't think that I would get this job because I don't have the formal education, anything like that. Right place, right time. CFO recommended me to the guy that owned Megasys. Here I am, almost 20 years later. And so, lots of freedom, great compensation. The fringe benefits are amazing with the travel, the frequent flyer programs, free hotel rooms, just and the places you get to go. It's like I'm like a living Dr. Seuss book for real. I love it. Anyway, very thankful for that. So here's the thought of the day: don't get too cocky, right? And so here's what I was thinking about: a couple things. Number one, reading the book and talked about the best way to ignite your intuition is to spend time meditating. I used to meditate all the time, every morning, and then for whatever reasons, like one day you didn't do it, like didn't notice anything. Next day, didn't notice anything. So over time, you just stop doing things because you don't think you knew them anymore. Well, this book talks about if you really want to ignite your intuition, you need to spend some time by yourself in the quiet to where you just lock into your thoughts and you concentrate on something that you're dilemmating over, and the answer will come from your subconscious mind. And so as I thought about that, I then thought about, well, gosh, I used to do more meditating. And as I was doing meditating, one of the things that I would do is I would listen to like these motivational videos. And one of my favorites was talking about when people shun you. And they don't even have to say they're shunning you. You just know, right? And it's easy to get our feelings hurt when that happens. And be like, well, why don't they want me? Well, number one, let's start there, right? Like we need to derive our self-satisfaction, our confidence, all of this internally. Doesn't matter what other people think, right? And again, this is a byproduct of meditating, of understanding, connecting with our inner self. So anyway, the other part of that is that generally when people are shunning us, it's for one of two reasons. Either because they think we're a fake and they don't want any part of that, or they know that we're bringing the truth, that we got a couple suitcases full of it, and they're like, yeah, I don't want any part of that. I'm over here living in my bubble, pretending that all of these things about my life that everybody else knows, I'm just pretending that they don't exist and they aren't true, right? And so if they know you're the kind of person that's going to be like, hey, so you want to talk about that? They're going to want no part of you, right? So again, I had allowed people shunning me over the last few months to affect me and thinking, well, what is wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with me is that I'm allowing some other dipshit's opinion of me to affect how I feel about myself. And it's because I got too cocky in the first place, thinking that I didn't need to meditate. How about that, right? So stick to your routine. All right, last thing before I shut down the video for today, I obviously have my Packers shirt on. Tonight is the last preseason football game. People have asked me for the last month, what do you think is going to happen with Packers? I don't know. Got a rookie head coach who's like 5 minutes older than our quarterback, who's a bit of a handful. But I'll tell you this, right? As I've been, if I look at the NFC, sorry, we're going to get a little deep here, Aunt Barb, so just stick with me. So you got the Lions, the Bears, the Packers. Who else is in the Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings, right? So the Bears, I think the Bears are going to take a huge step back. Mitch is not Aaron Rodgers. He's okay. He's got a brilliant coach. They got a great defense. They are going to have, they played a last place schedule last year, so they played all the shitty teams. They had a good year last year, so now they have to play some talent. I think they might be looking at a 500 season. At least I'm hoping that they are. I feel like Matt Nagy's going to get frustrated with Mitch because Mitch ain't that good. Just saying, right? The Lions, come on, it's the Lions, right? Matt Stafford's the quarterback. He's going to put up a bunch of stats when it doesn't matter, and they're going to lose games 31-28, right? And they'll have 4 touchdowns. Right behind him is Kirk Cousins, who's just the same guy, just not as likable, right? People like Matt Stafford, so that way they don't talk so much shit about it, but Kirk Cousins is kind of abrasive, right? And then, you get the Packers. So you got all of that nonsense. And let's just be honest, Aaron Rodgers needs to have a good year, right? Like he needs to prove to everybody that he wasn't the problem. And so, and if we're just honest, the beginning of a relationship is the easy part, right? Like we're getting to know each other, we feel like we're aligned. And the nuance over the course of a decade is where the separation starts. So I feel like the Packers are going to have a good year this year. I don't know, but I'm going to cheer for them anyway. Shout out to the boys. Let's finish strong. So with that, we're done for the day. Hands up, peace out. Appreciate you stopping by. We're better together. I'll be back here for a Freaky Friday tomorrow. Hope to see you then. Deuces. Shout out to Indianapolis. Whoa.